in the Star Wars front this time. Apparently there's a open world Star Wars game in development from Lucasfilm Games and Ubisoft, a company that's made the last couple of Assassin's Creed games and Watch Dogs Legions. This gets me kind of excited because the last time I really played an open world-esque type of Star Wars game was Knights of the Old Republic back in the day on the original Xbox. Now, something I think they can really do with this is really expand upon the lore of Star Wars, specifically the Old Republic. Let's get away from the original trilogy. Skywalker Saga's done. Let's move on. Star Wars is supposed to be a galaxy, not a neighborhood. There's so much potential to explore with the Old Republic. You go into the Sith background, Jedi, smugglers. Give characters the ability to choose what background they want and what species. For myself, I'd probably be a Twi'lek. I think one of my biggest complaints with Star Wars in the Disney era, not enough aliens for me. Different species and all that. Mandalorian has plenty of that. It's one of the reasons why the show is so good. But I need more of that in the games and whatnot. Fallen Order is a step in the right direction, but open world Star Wars game has so much potential. Just thinking about it, let's say if it's set on Coruscant. It's a familiar world, but if you go into the lower levels, beyond the Jedi Temple and all that, you could really do something unique. It would be kind of cool if you could build your own ship and whatnot. That would be kind of cool. Save up enough money to buy a ship, like the Falcon or Ebon Hawk, something like that. That would be cool, I think. See, I would want to play the Sith. The Sith are really misunderstood in the Star Wars lore. It's because they have red sabers doesn't mean they're all bad. Well, Palpatine is, but there are other Sith that aren't really Sith that are a lot more interesting than a Jedi, I'll tell you that right now. Like an Old Republic, Darth Krayt, for instance. She's so complicated that I'm so glad Disney hasn't touched that character, because there's no way that would be able to do that character an injustice. Plenty of room to work with instead of squeezing in between the original trilogy again. That stuff is getting old. It's getting old. There's only so many times you can squeeze a story between Return of the Jedi and Disney Wars before. Just why are we still doing this? The exception of the Mandalorian, because it's actually pretty good. But I need Old Republic content. Otherwise, I'll try to be the same stuff we've seen 100 times. I've played a lot of Star Wars games over the years. I'm gonna tell you, some of my favorite characters from the Old Republic era. Bastila Shan, Revan, Cartho Nassi, Mission Vale, Rhesus Mar, just to name a couple. If we get the right people involved, I think maybe Ubisoft can make the next Fallen Order game. Make it a little more immersive. Fallen Order was good, but it could always be better. I didn't have that many issues with that one, but always room for improvement. When you really think about it, Sith are really way more interesting than a Jedi. And like I said, they are really misunderstood in the Star Wars lore. I just don't know if Lucasfilm has the balls to make a Sith the main character of a Star Wars game. I mean, you can always do the whole light side, good side, light side, dark side thing if you really want to. But I would love to play as a Sith and go to Sith Academy in the Old Republic era, like in KOTOR. Or Dathomir and meet those witches from the Clone Wars. It's like, even with the Clone Wars era, there's so much more lore that's been established. And I'd love to see a lot of that material adapted. And people talking about this High Republic, I don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound like what I'm looking for, personally. So I'm just going to pretend it's just some Disney Wars nonsense. And hope that, keep my fingers crossed, that Lucasfilm Games will take some inspiration from the old school games like KOTOR or Jedi Knight Outcast, Jedi Academy, and give the fans what they actually want.